This episode of the Wayang Crew podcast is brought to you by Times Cineplex. Hey guys, I'm Kev.
Yo, this is Del.
I am Tibi.
And Zainal here.
And we are
The Wayang Crew. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Wayang Crew podcast.
Yeah.
That's right, we're back, and it's 2018. It's a brand new year, and we're recording this on a Thursday, so a little bit early because someone has to fly off tomorrow. But first, let me introduce my first co-host. It's Del.
So we're actually doing this for him?
Yeah, that's the only reason.
I mean, it's more for the listeners. And let's try to keep that in mind.
The schedule is
But
for
we've
him.
changed our life because he has
true.
to fly off.
We have broken routine, and it's all his fault, but we'll blame him at the end of this. How are you, Del?
Oh, yeah, good. That was my intro, actually.
Okay.
Blaming Zainal.
I like it. I like where this is going.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next is my other co-host. It's Tibi.
Yeah, what's up? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All
Our
right.
first episode of the year. So
First episode of the year.
yeah.
Let's hope for many, many more.
Such high energy, and then when
How are you doing? We've been off for 2 weeks now.
I'm still tired
Still tired.
From what?
from everything else.
How much did you do in 2 weeks?
We did the show.
Oh, yeah, okay. The Brouhaha show.
Yeah, but
Best of 2017.
then my New Year's weekend was filled with show.
Oh,
I had 3 shows in that weekend itself.
busy man.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
we're very
You're
popular.
a showman now?
I guess so if you put it
What's
that
up
way.
with you, Del, today?
What?
All right, up next is my other co-host. It's Zainal.
Yo,
Hey,
what's up?
you're here.
I am here.
You're not
right
in KL or
Not yet.
Jakarta.
Jakarta. I am here in Brunei, which is how I'm able to record this with you guys.
Yeah, but you're flying off tomorrow, which is
Yes.
why we're recording now.
Yeah.
How was your New Year's and the end of year break?
The New Year's itself, I just spent time at home with my family, and we watched Black Mirror. We binged it, 6 episodes back to back,
Nice.
and
That's
then we
6
had
hours.
fire. Yeah.
You're going off track. This is not Apalia yet.
Not
Oh
yet.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, bring it up later.
Okay.
Anyway, this is of course a movie podcast where we talk about all things movies, especially movies that will be playing here in Brunei Darussalam. It is the beginning of the year, and because it is the first show and a very special show at that, we have our 2018 most anticipated movies. We have a guest with us today. She's returning for, I don't know, I think this is your 4th or 5th episode on the Wayang Crew.
I think so. I can't remember.
You can't
but
We lost count. We
It's
lost count.
it's Nikkei.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
it's good. It's New Year. I just got back from Banda Aceh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not Jakarta.
Exotic.
Okay.
Banda Aceh.
Okay.
It's nice. I went for a dive trip.
Oh, you went for a dive trip?
Yeah.
And how's the? We'll talk about this later on.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later on.
All right. Today we'll be talking about our 2018 most anticipated movies, which will be coming out. And what we have done is we have compiled a list from each of us, the 4 of us, and our guest. And through my super special secret tabulation system, I've come up with a list, which we will be discussing later on. But first, let's move on to the regular segment of the show, which is the news. And it's funny that Zainal brought up Black Mirror because we have a bit of news from someone who directed a couple episodes of Black Mirror, the latest season, Jodie Foster. And she says that superhero blockbusters are ruining moviegoing.
Why?
Yeah, she says that the market has become so saturated and people are just making movies now to fill up seats and instant gratification and to sell toys, and that's it. And there's no more real movies anymore. What do you guys think about this?
I think she's just jealous she's not in one.
Yeah. Chubala, if she gets cast
Bala.
in one of the Marvel movies, I don't think she'll say no.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Dunkirk was a good movie. It wasn't a superhero
No, there are
movie.
so many other movies. Those movies which are nominated for like the awards season, those movies are movies. They are not those big blasts. Wait a minute, Logan is fantastic. Logan is
Who are you mad at? We all agree with you.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster,
She doesn't see it.
someone who has not been in any movies of late.
Because she's busy directing.
Yeah, she's moved on to directing now.
So she can direct a superhero movie.
She doesn't
What's
want-
her problem?
She wants to make movies that don't make money.
Who's gonna fund it?
But here's the thing, though.
So
It's about
smart.
storytelling.
James Gunn, who is the director for the Guardians of the Galaxy series, he responded to Jodie Foster's remarks with a tweet saying, "I think Jodie Foster looks at film in an old-fashioned way, where spectacle films can't be thought-provoking. It's often true, but not always. Her belief system is pretty common, and it's totally without basis."
Nice.
Slam
That's
dunk.
in one Twitter.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's 140 character? Has they changed?
No. Twitter
it's,
have recently
increased.
increased and doubled their character count to 280 characters now.
Where have you been, Zaino?
Wait,
I'm
not
I
on
don't-
Twitter. Are you,
yeah.
are you on Twitter?
I'm on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter.
The Wayang Crew is on Twitter.
But do you regularly
I don't
update
use
the
it.
Twitter?
No.
You follow the news on the tweets.
Not really.
Twitterverse.
No.
Anyway,
Anyway, like
Anyways.
James Gunn said, Logan is thought-provoking.
okay.
So, I bet you she has never seen Logan, or any superhero movies for that matter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
She just sees it as this thing that's, you
Yeah.
know, threatening her.
She assumed.
Maybe
She
she,
has-
only watched Suicide Squad, that's why.
Maybe she assumed
She saw one.
all superhero movies are like Transformers.
Oh,
They're all like BVS.
that's bad.
Just-
Anyway.
they look pretty, but they're not great.
Okay, let's move it on to the next bit of news, which is Infinity War director teases a Winter Soldier upgrade for Infinity War.
What a great.
Well, it's not stated in
different
detail,
actor.
but
What?
but,
He is in it.
All
We've
of them
seen-
got an upgrade.
but he said, okay,
Captain America grew a beard.
and we're talking about Anthony Russo here, one of the two Russo brothers. He said that for everyone who's seen Captain America Civil War, they know Bucky was taken in by T'Challa in Wakanda. I think that we catch back up with him after he's been there for a while, and if there's an influence on his arm, it may be perhaps it has something to do with the country that he's been spending time in. So he's teased it. He's like, Bucky's arm is gonna get an upgrade.
Oh, it's gonna be made. It's gonna be from that alloy, vibranium,
Yeah.
which is the same as Captain America's shield.
I thought it already was.
No,
No?
no,
It was just
No.
no. It was just metal,
neum,
It's titanium.
magnesium.
aluminium.
Aluminium, yeah, sure.
Stainless steel. I don't know. All right. Now, we all watched Thor Ragnarok, one of the better movies of 2017, I should say. And, there were some changes from the trailer and the final film, more particular with to do with Thor's eyes. How in the initial trailer, he had both eyes that were glowing.
Spoiler.
Oh yeah, spoiler. And then in the movie, at the end, we find out that one of his eyes, the right eye, is damaged and it's not there anymore, so he has a patch over it. No, he didn't have a patch over it yet, but he will have a patch, obviously, in Infinity War. And it's all CG. They're not doing anything practical because apparently during filming, they put the patch on and it doesn't have the strap that goes around the back like, what's the SHIELD guy's name?
Nick
Nick
Fury.
Fury.
Nick Fury. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that, and during filming, it kept falling off.
Oh.
So,
So they CGI.
they're doing the whole thing. His eye patch, Thor's eye patch, will be CG.
So everything he'll be wearing a green stuff on his.
I don't think he
No,
has
then-
to wear a green stuff. It's just
Yeah.
putting something on.
Might as well wear the patch itself if he has to wear a green
Paint
stuff.
paint green, green paint.
No, so
Just the eye. Just the
so
eye.
it's cheaper to CGI this on him
Maybe
instead
it's-
of wearing a patch.
maybe it's
like,
more practical.
like the mustache
Exactly.
fiasco.
Look, the biggest fiasco of 2017.
No, just it keeps falling off. So why don't you just
Stick it,
stick
sellotape.
it with a glue?
I have this image in my head where they did try with the patch initially, and he had trouble with his spatial awareness, and he kept hitting the mic, and he's like, throw me my hammer. Oh no.
He kept missing grabbing his camera.
And it was distracting him, and it was itching. I would like to think that was why they went with the CG route, but then of course it doesn't explain the biggest fiasco of 2017, which is Superman's mustache. If you don't already know, check back the previous episodes to find out why it's the biggest fiasco.
But Hemsworth is becoming quite the diva.
He is, yeah.
The reason why they had him in a short haircut in Thor Ragnarok was
to
because
save, like,
he
an hour.
complained, it's too long to put on the hair, the wig.
And
And
then they
then
go.
now he can't put on an eye patch. What's wrong with him compared to Nick Fury? What's so special about Nick Fury's eye patch that it doesn't fall off?
Maybe Nick Fury didn't have hair, so because the eye patch keeps tangling up in his hair.
Says the guy without
Wait,
hair.
wait, wait. Is it because it doesn't have the strap?
No.
Well, I'm trying to remember the final scene
No,
with
he doesn't
the.
have a strap.
No, it doesn't.
no
It
strap.
doesn't. It's just a
So it's just-
metallic.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
on it.
Yeah, it's just on it. It's
It's
just on
like
his face.
Morpheus shades.
Specs, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
So how come Morpheus could.
Because that's a spec.
Because he used two
Got
with something hanging
sunglasses.
in the.
And it clips onto his nose. His
I think
nose
they
bridge.
should do the clip on one side and then CGI the clip off
Yeah, because
rather than put a
because we
mask
all
on.
know that when you CGI something off is cheaper than CGI something on.
Yes,
Moving on to the
we've
next
solved it.
next bit of news.
This movie would have cost much less.
Black Panther, which is coming out in February next month. We've got about a
Yeah.
month to go to Black Panther. It has surfaced that the runtime for Black Panther may exceed 2 hours.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Only one person saying yes.
only one person saying yes.
I said yay.
Oh, okay, I didn't
Oh,
hear
but in
you.
a very no way
2% said yes.
compared to the other two.
I didn't
of
say
us.
yes. I said yay.
All right. I'm not going to ask you for your reactions to this because I think that's enough. Yes, yay. But keeping up with the Black Panther news, Black Panther will have certain scenes specially formatted for IMAX.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you'll see the whole.
Yeah, it's
you know,
like Dunkirk again.
No.
Okay, it's time to book your flight.
Oh, somewhere else where they have IMAX.
Jakarta.
Jakarta. Marvel's Black Panther will get its own jewelry line.
Wow.
Yeah.
By which company?
It's by a company called.
Vibranium Ink.
It's by a designer called Dorian Fletcher, who's an LA-based jewelry designer who has created a special Black Panther jewelry line. And it's all available for pre-order, and I'll be sending you the photos later on.
Are you an Asian?
If you want to buy one, no.
One of these.
I think they make great giveaways. You know? Spider-Man Homecoming, which is one of the better movies of 2017, well, surprise actually. The sequel is targeted to start in June of this year. And,
Production.
production, yeah.
Okay.
I'm quite excited for this because I would like to see where the arc takes Peter Parker this time. Right? I think, yeah.
I mean, I'm alright with it.
I have not seen it.
What?
What?
Yeah,
You have not seen it?
I don't know where to catch it now.
In my house.
In his small cinema.
Yeah, no,
Shit.
my regular room. But yeah, so good news there. Yeah, I mean, what do you expect for the next Spider-Man movie?
I have no expectation. The first one was good, but didn't blow me away to the point where I can't wait for the second one. So I'll just wait for the next trailer and see what happens.
Yeah, it's not like an exciting thing. It's just more like I'll watch
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
thing, right?
Probably
I
gonna
think-
be a lot about MJ, the new MJ.
Oh, the new MJ,
Yeah.
Ugh.
played by Zendaya.
Yeah.
Oh, did I hear? Ugh.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
She's not redheaded.
She's not MJ.
she's not Caucasian even.
That's not a
that's-
thing.
that's not the
That's
reason,
besides
right?
the
No.
point.
That's not the reason why you guys didn't like it.
No.
Okay,
It's just
fine.
not MJ.
All right, next bit of news. Antman and the Wasp actor Michael Pena has teased a third film.
Of Ant-Man?
Really?
Yeah, for Ant-Man. I mean, it's coming out this year, the sequel for Ant-Man, which is called Ant-Man and the Wasp. But Michael Pena has already sort of hinted that there will be a third film. So he says that it's a whole different kind of club to be in, the Marvel Universe. I don't know if they'll use me for the third movie. I really still don't know. It's cool to make a little bit of a mark on that Marvel Universe, and it's kind of a cool club. They really run a cool studio.
He
So he
ruined
said cool 5 times.
Yeah.
and he ruined the sequel because now we know he doesn't die.
Well, but he doesn't know. Well, Michael Pena is talking about himself.
Yeah, so his
Yeah,
character.
so his character doesn't die.
The character.
So
is still
yeah,
alive.
there's no,
Oh
there's no,
no! So we
There's-
know there's a bunch of people who might not make it past Infinity War.
and he's not one of them.
And,
Yeah.
and also Spider-Man.
So there are no stakes anymore.
Ah.
Right?
For these two.
Spoiler.
Spoilers.
Exactly.
All right, Black Widow. We've talked about the potential solo film for a while now. It's reportedly in development.
No, I don't believe this.
You don't believe
I don't
it?
believe it. No.
Just like the Gambit. You don't
Yeah.
believe this is gonna happen?
Gambit's
No.
already like
No.
in production now?
no, it's not.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's
Especially now when
perpetually-
it's Disney owned
Oh, yeah, correct.
It's perpetually in
production.
Yeah.
in talks.
But this says that it's reportedly in development.
Okay.
At what stage we don't know. It may be conceptual. It might be the start of a screenplay.
I
Someone
think
just-
that I think if they are going to do this, it will be the female Avengers together, not a solo movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
who would it be?
All the female superheroes
Wasp?
that we've seen so far. Yeah, Wasp,
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, and also Valkyrie.
Yeah, but here's the thing though,
Valkyrie.
Black Widow is, reportedly in the works to have her own movie. But then there was a trailer that dropped last month, Red Sparrow, and you guys saw that, starring Jennifer Lawrence, who's like this super spy kind of thing, also Russian, and that sort of looks like the origin story of Black Widow.
Yeah.
So it's Black Widow in disguise.
Or it's a young Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, she turned out to be Scarlett Johansson. Mind blown.
Yeah.
Like Fantastic Beast?
What?
No?
Oh,
the
yeah,
end?
yeah, the end.
Oh, yeah.
What happens
Something
at the
like that. Johnny Depp.
Yeah, spoiler.
If you don't know that he's Johnny Depp, it's not my fault.
I haven't seen it.
All right. Now, we've talked about how Disney has bought over 20th Century Fox for a record-breaking $60 billion. Now, the X-Men producer is looking forward to crossing over with the MCU.
What else can she say?
She's not looking forward
She's
to it.
trying to appease the new bosses. I like your decision. I think
really
it's a good
amazing.
idea.
Can't wait.
Are you guys looking forward to this, for the X-Men to, cross into the MCU?
Yeah.
I think they should.
I like X-Men.
But I would prefer it to be like a younger generation of X-Men to join in. I don't see the established stars jumping in, at this point.
Yeah, true. But what I'm hoping to see is they continue on with like the new properties like Deadpool and New Mutants.
X-Force.
X-Force.
Yep.
I would love to see those continue with the same people in the same production team, because you never know what Disney is gonna do. So they acquire Fox. Are they gonna fire everyone and hire their own people to do the movies? If they do, there could be a lot of changes in the X-Men universe.
I think
So-
I think the worst thing that could happen to the X-Men universe is that Disney might soften it up.
Oh right, no rated R.
Yeah.
But Deadpool's already rated
yeah,
R.
but
Yeah.
but they've sort of committed for certain projects like Deadpool to remain rated R.
Yeah. Because I think the fans would have an uproar if they decide to not make it R or change Ryan Reynolds to somebody else.
Oh, that's a big no-no right there.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Moving on to the next bit of news, we're gonna hit up the DC camp a little bit here. We talked about how there was some backlash for Justice League from fans who demanded and signed a petition for the Zack Snyder cut of the film.
Which does not exist.
Supposedly doesn't exist. Now, the fans, DC fans, have rallied outside Warner Brothers headquarters in support of the Zack Snyder Justice League
Oh
cut.
my god.
My goodness.
No.
Yep. They actually, yep.
So now what they're gonna do, Warner Brothers, is that hire Zack Snyder back, shoot some of the scenes again, and then release it as the Zack Snyder cut.
Now, this happened about a week ago on the 7th of January, where a bunch of people congregated outside the Warner Brothers studio with a banner reading #ReleaseTheSnyderCut.
They should just leave Zack Snyder alone.
Yeah.
They should leave Joss Whedon alone.
Should leave the whole DC.
Yeah, it's a sinking ship.
Yeah.
Just get off
Everyone
the
just
ship.
shut up.
You already got the Zack Snyder version, which is BVS. What else do you want?
Why did they think that the Zack Snyder cut would be a lot better than what it is?
I have no idea. I think
From
these-
past experience.
I think these are the loyal fans.
They
who-
like it to be dark.
Yeah, they want a dark, gritty take on it, and maybe they thought Justice League was a little bit too light, a little bit too Avengerish.
Whose fault is that? It's the fans' fault. They keep saying that BVS is so dark. And then now what do they want?
It's too late.
So like, no, bring back the dark.
No, this is like when you're in your room and you want to sleep, or you might be not feeling 100%, and then it's too cold, and then you raise the temperature. It's too hot now, and then you lower down again. No,
Sounds
no.
like a personal experience, Kevin.
And my blanket's really thick, guys. All right, more Justice League news. An extended cut is likely on the way for the Blu-ray release.
Justice League?
Yep. Now, the listing on Amazon Germany for the movie has the film's runtime at 135 minutes, which is 15 minutes longer than the 121 minutes that we saw in theaters.
That's a long time.
135 minutes, which is 2 hours and about 15 minutes.
Yeah, but the 15 minutes is a long time to add in. I think there will be a lot of footage. Whether or not it's gonna make the movie better, that's... Well, we'll have to wait and see. Like they said, the BVS one, I don't think it made the movie any better.
No, it did not.
Yeah.
It just made it longer.
Prolonging the suffering.
By like 40 minutes. And that was a bad idea.
The fans would disagree though. They was like, oh, you should watch the director's cut.
Yeah, they say,
because
the
director's cut made two things make sense. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't watch that.
I did. I want my 3 hours back.
Wait. So you watched the normal one and then the director's cut?
No, I went straight into the director's cut.
Wait, you didn't see the movie in the cinema?
No.
Oh.
That's how much I did not want to watch it.
But you didn't know it was gonna be good or not.
What did it explain?
The mom?
The character arc of the senator.
Yeah.
There was more of her.
The lady, yeah.
And then what was it? The Superman arc where the decision. Oh, the one about the one in the desert. There was a showdown in the desert, and that they made that one.
Oh yeah,
make more sense.
Saving Louis Lane.
From like the terrorists. Yeah, that was a little bit better, but yeah.
No, it didn't. It didn't
No?
make the movie better.
All right. Sticking with DC, we've talked a lot about Ben Affleck and his future as Batman. Now, Matt Reeves has the film's story already outlined. He didn't give any details. He was just asked at an interview, and he said, well, I have the story worked out, and I am outlining it.
Like on the napkin.
Yeah.
We're gonna open up with the credit.
No, black screen. Batman voice comes in.
Warner Brothers.
I'm Batman.
And at the end, we put the people's names.
Yes.
Now to fill up in the middle, we have to fill up the middle now. But I've got the outline so far.
I don't know. There's this constant back and forth on whether or not it will or won't happen. And I think at this point, Matt Reeves has put his foot down and said it is happening, but maybe not with Ben Affleck.
No.
But I think the success of Justice League, to a certain degree,
It is a
would
success.
Yeah, I mean financially,
yeah.
it
made money.
It did make money. So I think that Ben Affleck is probably counting his steps very carefully now to see whether or not he will stay as Batman.
I think he should redeem himself
How?
by doing the movie with Matt Reeves. At least show everyone that he is a good Batman. Or those who hate, the haters will hate, and then he'll never win them. So never mind.
You know what?
No, but they'll give him a chance.
This could be a win-win for Ben Affleck because he could stay on and play Batman with Matt Reeves directing.
Yep.
And if it works out, then he goes like, yeah, see, I'm a good Batman.
Yep.
If it doesn't work out, see, he's a bad director.
Yeah,
I should have
directed myself.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Speaking of directors, now Wonder Woman is inching closer to an Oscar nomination. Believe it or not, a superhero
Best
movie.
costume.
No.
Like Suicide Squad.
Now, the director, Patty Jenkins, is among the contenders for the top film prize from the Producers Guild of America, which is often viewed as indicators of the best nominations for the Academy Awards. Now, if this happens, this will be the first ever comic book superhero movies to be a contender.
For the best picture.
Best picture.
For Best Picture.
All
okay.
right, not best director.
No.
Yeah.
For Best Picture. So, yeah. I mean, what did you guys think of Wonder Woman? I mean...
That is amazing news.
Yeah. Well...
It is.
Okay.
I still don't know.
I mean, it's a good movie.
That good. For me.
I don't know if the Academy will really put this in.
Yeah.
One of the best picture. I don't know.
Maybe this is one of those political moves.
To get it in there.
Yeah, like...
And I will still say Logan deserves it more than Wonder Woman.
And this is not because of the whole woman thing.
No. It's
just
based on the
just as a movie.
as the quality
Yeah.
of the movie.
I think TB may have a point here where this is probably just news being shot out there just to get it out there, just to get people talking.
Yeah.
because this next bit of news is
got us talking.
this next bit of news is a perfect example of that, and it's about Batgirl. And we've talked about how we had Haley Steinfeld who went up on Twitter to say that I want to be Batgirl, and now we have Lindsay Lohan.
Oh my god.
She's back?
Who is campaigning for the lead role. Now, she put out a tweet, and she said, retweet this if I should star in the new Batgirl movie, and everyone tell Joss Whedon.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
She does have the red hair.
We need the story, the comeback story of Lindsay Lohan. We need it. I think we need it more than we need the Batgirl movie done right. We need that more.
Now, this isn't the first time that she's done this. Earlier in 2017, she tweeted out a photo, a side-by-side photo of herself and Ariel from The Little Mermaid to say, look, I think I should play little Ariel in if there's a Little Mermaid movie coming
Someone
out.
listen to her. Come on.
Just like picking all the redhead characters.
I mean, if that's the case, then I want every part as a tall, pudgy Asian man. I'm putting my name out there.
Yeah, you need to put it on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because apparently that's the platform.
Yeah.
And get people to retweet.
Retweet, yeah.
if you think I should be.
So I expect 4. At least, like the 4 of you in this room.
He doesn't have
I
Twitter.
don't use Twitter anymore.
Anymore? What happened?
You got in a fight.
With
It's not enough
someone on
space. Not enough
Where?
No,
space.
no space for
In your life?
ideas. For your ideas.
Yeah, I only have space for Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, okay.
I can't deal with Twitter.
All right. There is a reboot of Hellboy that's coming out. You guys know
Yep,
about this,
yeah.
right? We talked about it. And David Harbour is playing Hellboy. And he says the rebooted Hellboy may or may not have singing parts in it.
So that
Why
means,
would you throw it in there?
That means he's singing.
I love it so much.
And what constitutes as singing? Like
Now, okay,
with
here it is.
background music or just
Humming.
yeah?
I am Hellboy.
Yeah, it's a musical.
Okay, Hellboy probably won't dance in the upcoming film adaptation of the beloved Dark Horse comics, but if we're lucky, he may sing. Now, David Harbour said in an interview with MTV, he said, I am a triple threat.
Wow.
He says, I don't know if you know this, I'm also a singer, or at least there was a little bit of crooning that Hellboy may or may not do in the film. So he's teasing it.
Wait, a triple threat means he also danced.
Yes, he dances as well, but Hellboy probably won't dance.
Oh,
But
he as a person dance.
Maybe he means write the lyrics instead of dance.
I'm like thinking he's sitting there trying to eat breakfast, singing while he's eating breakfast. That's it. That's the most.
I think I know why they want to do this, so that Hellboy has a shot
At
at
the
getting
Oscar.
nominated for Best musical or comedy in the stupid Golden Globes.
Yeah, because as soon as you put a musical, it's like it's both.
Yeah.
It ticks both the boxes.
Or it could be that, you introduce one singing bit into the movie and then bam, that opens up the door for Broadway to have a Broadway
Hellboy.
adaptation.
Yep.
Hellboy.
No.
No, they made
Hellboy,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
They made Spider-Man the musical.
Yeah, they made Spider-Man a musical.
They
Come
made
on.
Showman a musical, The Greatest Showman.
But that's not how.
They are?
You know what?
It wasn't a musical to begin with.
I'm done with this topic. What? I'm done with Hellboy singing.
All right, then. How about this then? James Bond.
James Bond is
right.
doing a musical?
No, okay. The 007 producer says that the next James Bond could be female or black.
Idris Elba.
How is a woman named James?
Jamie Bond.
Jamie.
Jane.
Jamie
But then
Bond.
it shouldn't be called James Bond anymore.
Well, see, it's long been theorized among the James Bond fan base that James Bond is not his actual name.
It's a
It's like a
nickname.
code name.
Code name. Yeah.
Or an,
007.
or an identity that he assumes because he's a secret agent. So this would kind of
That's
make
stupid.
sense. I mean, to move with
No, it doesn't make sense. There would be a lot of James Bond in one universe because that's a code name.
No. For that,
No, for
that.
for that particular person who holds the 007.
So there's a 005, 006,
Yeah.
and then if you get 007, it's like the pinnacle. Everyone goes for that one.
So in the same, I mean, in essence of this, the girl, the female one, can be named
Yeah.
James Bond as well.
Yeah.
Because
Because
that's
it's a
not her
nickname.
real name.
So in this world, there are previous James Bond who is either retired or dead.
Yeah,
That's the theory, which
that's
is why
what,
is
it's
why
like-
changing.
yeah, which is why the
It's like
actors
Doctor
keep changing.
Who.
No, it's like Kingsman.
It's like Kingsman.
It's like
Okay.
Yeah.
Kingsman.
Yeah.
You take on the codename Galahad, because
Yeah.
But how would they make a female personality of James Bond?
No, they won't.
She will be a womanizer as well.
No.
She's gonna be Lindsay Lohan.
It's-
Lindsay Lohan's gonna tweet, I should be James Bond.
Retweet, please. Wait, how come it can't be an Asian?
I don't know.
Let's do this. Let's be political.
Shall we start a Twitter
Yeah.
hashtag?
Sign now for James Bond.
Jinx Bond.
Jimmy Bond.
All right.
Jamal Bond.
Jamal.
Jamal
Yeah,
Bond.
why can't it be Arabic? Okay.
All right.
Junaidi Bond.
Junaidi Bond.
All right. Last bit of news on the first episode of the Wayang Crew for 2018. Christian Bale wants to join
Suicide Squad.
the Star Wars universe
Christian Bale.
as Batman.
I could see it.
Yeah. He always disappears into his role, so I could see it.
Yeah.
He could be a good addition.
He's too big.
No.
Now,
It can be anything.
no, the reason
He
this
can be anything.
the reason this came out is because he was asked on a podcast, and he said, "I not only love the films going back to my childhood, but also have a very long relationship with Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall because they did Empire of the Sun for many years back. There was a discussion for him to be involved in the Han Solo movie." And he hopes that there will be future discussions as well. So the rumored role was that he was going to be young Han Solo's mentor, but that role has been filled by Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
I mean, if they make Donnie Yen into Star Wars, they should be able to put Christian Bale in
That's true.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I want him to be in the Star Wars universe as Batman.
No, this is not Lego movie.
No, but it would be so awesome.
He would be useless. So. I'm Batman.
Something just occurred to me as to how stupid this movie title is once again. Like just now when you said the Han Solo movie called
Solo.
Exactly.
A Star Wars movie.
It's called Solo,
This is
the
such
Star
a-
Wars movie.
Yeah, a Star Wars movie.
A Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
A Star Wars
Star Wars
movie.
story.
A Star Wars story.
Star Wars story.
Yeah.
I thought it's movie.
No,
Story.
Star story.
Story.
You don't call a movie a movie.
You call it a story.
I'm pretty sure.
Unless it's scary movie.
A Star.
Star Wars story.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
He doesn't believe us. He's checking the
because
phone.
I was checking the
excuse me, we are the Wayang
2000.
Crew.
I was checking the 2018 released movies.
Yeah.
Because for my top 5, it's like a solo Star Wars movie, and that's weird.
I think that was a fan-made
Maybe.
poster.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the news this week on the Wayang Crew podcast. If you'd like to get in touch with us here on the show, you can do so via our Gmail account, which is thewayangcrew@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, we're on Instagram, and we're on Twitter. And that's one more thing than TB. All right, so now we're going to move on to the main topic for this episode, which is the Wayang Crew's 2018 most anticipated movies.
Ching, ching, ching.
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier on in the show at the beginning, the 5 of us all came up with our top 5 movies that we anticipate in 2018. We put them in order of 1 to 5, and then there's a weighted scoring system from 1 to 5, 5 points for 1, and 1 point for number 5 on your individual list. Now, through my super secret, highly complicated tabulation system, which is...
Excel.
Yeah, which is...
No one needs to know that.
No one needs to know.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I have come up with a compilation of all our top 5s, and there are in total, let me see, how many movies do we have here?
13.
No.
I'm just guessing.
There are a total of 15 movies
Oh.
on this list. Now, because
5 of them will not make it. 5
Oh,
of them
no!
will not make it.
No!
So, Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's not even coming out.
It's not coming out.
Okay, so what's gonna happen is because of the way it's weighted with regards to the scoring, there will be ties this year, different from last year. Because last year I got a couple of questions from Tibi and Zaina, like, how did you determine which one came up with number 4 over number 5 because they had the same score? And the answer was, because I can.
Alphabetical order. Was it not?
This year it's a little bit more complicated and fair. Where the more people who had it on the list, the higher up it goes.
Okay,
even though it is the same score.
All right.
Okay. So we have 15 movies, but we have 8 places on this top 10 list. That made no sense at all.
Because some movies are the same score.
Because some movies have the same score. So we're going to start off from the bottom. We have 2 movies at the number 8 spot. This is weird because I keep saying top 10 and now we're starting at number 8. Anyway, the 2 movies that are tied at number 8, the lowest, I guess, because I can, is a movie called Thoroughbreds. Now, only Dell had this movie on his list at number 5.
I've never heard of it.
Wait a minute. So it got 1 point?
It got 1 point.
Because I can.
No, because
How come the rest?
No, because
So which one did you cut out?
huh?
No, because 8, but there's a few of them at the same spot.
This is
No, but you said 15 movies.
15 movies, but this is tied at number 8 with another movie, but this is the lowest because I had to put
So you put all of them in.
all of them in. They're all in.
Okay.
All right.
Thoroughbreds.
Hey.
What's
So
Thoroughbreds?
pirates could have made it if you voted pirates again.
Yeah.
What's Thoroughbreds?
Thoroughbreds is a movie by the late Anton Yelchin. It's
okay.
one of his last. And also starring Anya Taylor-Joy, who is in the New Mutants.
Okay.
Why this excites me is because if you've seen the trailer, you will see that this is a very edgy, dark comedy, and also a very kind of dark movie.
Okay.
Overall.
He said dark like 3 times.
No, I didn't. I said twice.
Okay.
Did I say 3 times? Dark comedy and a dark movie. But yeah,
It's
it's
really
Shot in the dark. Which you will enjoy in the cinema in the dark.
This will not be out in the cinema.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it'll come to Brunei. I don't think so.
But you
It's
just-
You
one
are
of those.
very anticipated.
If you've seen the trailer, then you can feel
Understand.
why
Okay.
I feel this way.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really a interesting premise, and it's about these 2 teenage girls and then meeting the other guy, and then wanting to kill someone.
Oh.
It's better than I made it sound.
Okay,
Obviously.
we'll check it out, but that's sitting
Okay.
that's sitting at the bottom of the list at the lower number 8. Now it's tied with Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I'm the only one who put this on my list at number 5, mainly because after all these years and disappointments, I'm still a Jurassic Park fan, and I want to see a good Jurassic Park movie. And
So
I
you
hope
know what I feel when I continually support Pirates.
this is not the same. No, this is
Why?
not.
Why not?
Because Jurassic World was the most profitable movie of that year.
Yeah.
And so was Pirates of the Caribbean.
No, it wasn't.
When
it
it
was
came
not.
out,
No, it wasn't.
the first pirate.
No, we're talking
As
about
in-
Jurassic World,
Jurassic
the previous
World,
one.
the 4th,
The
film.
recent one.
Oh. So you weren't a fan of Jurassic Park when it first came out?
I was, yeah.
But not part 2 and
Part 2 was, and part 3 just got worse.
So Pirates of the Caribbean Part 2, Part 3 was bad, and
But
4 and
part-
5.
4 and 5 were equally bad.
But when the 6th one comes out, it will be on my list.
Anyway, Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom. The trailers are out. It's out in June of 2018. And I can't wait. I just want to see where this goes, what happens to the island, see more dinosaurs. So I
You wanna see more.
have valid reasons.
All right.
Whereas you just want to have a pirates movie in there. Okay, that's it. Okay.
Nonsense.
Moving up on the list at number 7, it's also a 2-movie tied spot. The bottom movie, well, you can't really consider top or bottom, but we're gonna go with the first number 7 spot, which is Tomb Raider, and only Tibby.
yes,
Only Tibby had this movie at his number 4.
What was the yes about?
because I like Tomb Raider.
But you put it in there, right?
All the movies are in.
Yeah, but
If there was a pirate, it would have been in too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I played the game. I watched the trailer for the movie. It looks a lot like the game, and I want it to be a lot like the game.
Oh,
So,
the PS4 game.
yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. So
The pixelated.
yeah, just so that everyone knows. I mean, even the listeners. TB, I think, is the biggest gamer out of all of us here.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has
so-
his own channel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I stream sometime on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Gaming session.
Okay. Yeah. So that qualifies you to be the biggest gamer among the five of us in this room.
Probably.
Yeah. The other number 7 spot goes to Deadpool 2, and only Dell had this on his list.
What's wrong with everyone?
Dell had this at number 4 on
Yeah.
his list, and he's the only one who's anticipating Deadpool 2. Now, in my defense, Dell, I did not put this on my list because although I want to see the next Deadpool movie,
He wants to see Jurassic Park.
Understandable.
No. I do know that it's not coming here.
Oh, that's the only reason why
Why I didn't put it, but
Okay.
but that's me.
It came.
But the first Deadpool came out.
So you would
it
have
came. It did.
You did.
No, not in Brunei.
No, it never
Oh,
showed.
yeah.
It never showed in Brunei.
It was never shown
Yeah.
in Brunei. Yes.
It was.
It was never shown in Brunei.
openly shown.
I didn't want to go there, but yes.
And I know this for a fact that the second Deadpool movie will probably not make it into Brunei as
True.
well.
Even if it did make it, it'll probably be cut.
It'll probably be half the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Deadpool 2, actually one of the biggest movies that is, sort of anticipated for 2018. But I'm surprised that only Dell put it on his list.
I wanted to, but I only have 5 slots.
Yeah, it was in my honorable mention.
It gets no points for that one.
I'm sorry, this is a top 10 list where you actually have 15 and 8 places. So no honorable mention.
So confusing. So confusing.
We're moving up to the number 6 spot, which is also a tie with 2 movies in number 6 spot. First up, we've got this movie called Mortal Engines.
Yeah.
Only Zainal picked
Zainal
it, I guess.
picked it. Zainal was the only one who had this on his list at number 3.
I went on number 3 because the book.
No!
No, this is Pirates all over again.
I was going through a YouTube compilation of trailers of what's going to come out in 2018. That's the one that piqued my interest.
This is like Pirates winning over everything else, and I can't believe this Moral Engine is won over Deadpool 2.
Oh, you are going to be so angry. You have no idea what I put as number 1.
Alright. Here's the thing though. Like, I saw the trailer for Mortal Engines, and the premise seems interesting enough. But I don't know if it's enough to make me go see it in cinemas. Like, I don't know.
I'll drag you. I'll drag everyone here. We will all go.
I saw the trailer and it looks like a watered down version of Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
No, okay.
Oh,
But do you guys
watered
know?
down version.
You guys know the actual synopsis?
No.
Okay, the one that's chasing them from the back.
Yeah, that's London.
That's London.
London.
Yeah, yes,
That's London. London is on wheels.
Yeah, and their house is on wheels as well. So London's coming to eat them, I guess.
So London cannibalizes.
All right.
So it looks interesting, but I don't know.
You'll have to drag me.
Yeah,
Actually drag me to watch this.
To watch this.
Okay.
All right. Next up on also the number 6 spot is a movie that both Zainal and TB put on their list. Zainal put it at number 4. TB put it as his number 5. It's Venom.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're celebrating.
We know.
I don't know.
I'm not the only one. So
It's
like,
a
yes.
surprise.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
surprise every time.
I was expecting you guys to go, yes, high five.
It's more of someone else put it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Venom is actually coming out in October of 2018.
This is Tom Hardy.
Yeah, it's Tom Hardy playing Venom.
He hardly plays in any bad movie.
Sorry.
Tom Hardy.
True.
Yeah,
He's always in
he's been
good
quite
movies.
he's been quite good with his movie choices.
This might be the first one,
Probably. We'll see.
But if you're a gambling man,
which I'm not.
But you have to remember that this is sort of the first 20th Century Fox movie. Oh no,
No,
sorry. The
Sony.
first Sony movie where they own the Spider-Man properties. This is their first sort of Spider-Man spin-off movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not even in the same universe
Yep.
as Homecoming.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy.
Just that.
It's gonna be better than the last Venom.
All right.
What last Venom?
The one.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
3.
3.
Topher
Topher
Grace.
Grace.
Topher Grace.
Yeah, anything's
Yeah,
better than
that's
that.
true.
Yeah.
All right, up next, number 5. Okay, again, we have 2 movies at number 5 because of this super new, awesome point rating system. We're gonna go with the first number 5.
3 movies in
The first number 5 movie here, which is Aquaman And only Neekay had this on her list
Oh, yes.
at number 2. And it's becoming very obvious why. Because it's Jason Momoa.
No.
And she, yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh my god!
Okay.
What? Okay, go on.
Look. Before you say anything, I just want you to know that the four of us, I think all had Wonder Woman on our list last year.
I don't think I had mine.
I did.
I don't think I
I don't
had
remember.
mine.
I did.
Okay.
Anyway,
My reason for having Aquaman is because every time in DC Warner Brothers, when they have not much news about a DC movie,
Yeah.
that movie is gonna be good. Like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
There wasn't any hiccups. The
that
movie
is
was just
that's true.
yeah,
Actually.
and so far we have nothing negative about Aquaman production, and it was just filming.
Yeah,
Bef-
and this is something that we've talked about on the show before. Like, we don't hear anything about Aquaman, which means, it's probably a good thing.
yeah,
No
and-
news is good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Warner Brothers side, and I am a big fan of DC, and I'm always hoping for a good DC movie. So I'm giving Aquaman a chance after
Okay.
something to follow up
Oh.
from Wonder Woman.
And also, they're not overhyping it up.
Yeah.
You know what they did with Suicide Squad? It was like, oh, Jared Leto
yeah,
has
yeah.
we've never seen him like this. This is amazing.
And then he's
Yeah.
barely in the movie.
Yeah, and it's James
Now we know
Wan,
why.
and it's James Wan,
Yeah.
so everything
Okay.
is all
Okay.
in good place. So.
Okay, you
I've been burned too many times. I'm not supporting
she's
DC.
she's defended her choice well. And,
This is what, your number 2?
yeah, her number 2 on Nikkei's list.
Okay.
Overall, the fifth place. Okay. Next up, also in 5th place, it's a tie. It's a movie called New Mutants, and it's number 2 on Dell's list, which is why it's tied, because he's the only one who
I'm
had
the
this.
only one.
It was in my honorable mention.
Again,
Get
no,
nothing.
there's no honorable mentions. This is a top 10 list where we actually have 15 movies, but 8 places.
Oh my god.
It's confusing.
I
Very
picked this
confusing.
movie. It's not a surprise that no one else picked it
Okay.
because
The trailer was not good.
no.
Wait, you agreeing? The fact that, why are you? What are you basing it on?
Basing it on the cast as well as the director who did what did he do? Fault in Our Stars?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is
Fault in Our Stars.
and this is the first ever superhero movies that is in the horror genre.
Yeah.
So they are switching it up. They are hiding a lot of things, I'm hoping, from the trailers. So we don't get to see much. And the whole movie is going to surprise us. And it's going to be one of the runaway hits of 2018.
This is the movie with the trailer where they use the cheapest horror effect, which is the latex wall and the hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like back in the 80s horror movie.
See, the thing is, this is the contrast here. Dell is celebrating on his own.
Everyone else is
I don't know what that is.
No. I was gonna slam him for not, but then again, we've seen good trailers with bad movies.
Yeah.
Like
You mean
Transformers.
pirates?
You mean
Oh.
Transformers?
Transformers.
Yeah.
What are you bashing on
Yeah.
pirates for? I don't know why you're bashing on pirates for.
Because they had a good trailer as well. It got me excited. Not as excited as you were, but it still did the job. I went to watch it, didn't I?
All right.
Everyone did.
We'll see what happens, at the end of the year with New Mutants. It may be good, it may be not.
We don't have to wait that long because my top 5, they're all up to summer, and after summer, that's it. I don't have anything else to
You
look
don't
forward
go- you
to. My
don't-
life is complete.
All right, we're going to move up to the number 4 spot. Now, there are 4 movies.
Oh my god.
4 number 4s. All right.
We need a better system than this.
All right.
It's a top 10.
Starting off the number 4, we have a movie where only Tibby had it on his list.
What?
As
No
number
one
one.
else.
Oh, I think I know what this is.
No one else had this movie. It's Solo, a Star Wars
my
story.
What? No one else had this?
Nope.
Oh my god!
No.
Tibby put this movie
Number 1.
as his number 1.
Because of the bad stuff that's coming out from
But it's
No,
still
no.
Star Wars.
the bad news.
Wait. Tibby had The Last Jedi as his
Number
one
2.
of the top, one of the
Wait,
top movies of
I had
2017.
Star Wars as The Last Jedi as
Oh,
my number
you
1.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're number 1?
Yeah, my number 1 for
Oh.
last year.
Last Jedi.
No, not as anticipated. Best movie.
Best movie of the
Oh, no,
year.
anticipated.
No,
Yeah. For
Tibby
me.
has it as number 2
Oh.
of his best of 2017 So
And number
it
1 being
makes
Power
sense.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes sense that he would put Solo in because he's excited. His
Okay.
And I want to know what Solo did before he got old.
he has a better logic than Zylo. Pirates. Because Pirates 4 was bad.
Yeah. And my logic was that everyone knew it was bad. So they're gonna show off. They're gonna really step it up for number 5. Now I know they're saving it for number 6.
I'm surprised no one else put so low.
No one else had this on their list. You're the only one. So congratulations on that.
Okay.
Up next, it's also another movie that only one person had on their list. At number 1 on Zainal's list. Okay? It's the second number 4. It's Mary Poppins.
No! Mary Poppins returns.
I'll tell you three reasons why I'm,
Before you do, I am looking forward to it.
but not on your top 5.
No.
Okay, so I will share with you 3 reasons why I am looking forward to it. I grew up with Mary Poppins.
So did all of us.
No, I didn't.
No, really watch it. Jungle Book and that one on a loop. So that's why I'm really looking forward to the not a reboot. It's like a sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel.
Sequel.
Yeah, it's a sequel. Jane and Michael are now adults and they have their own kids. Yeah.
2 is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Yep. He's writing the music for
He
it.
wrote the music and he's gonna be acting in it
Okay,
as well.
alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then reason number 3 is Lin-Manuel Miranda.
What? Composing.
Yeah, in composing the music.
The music, yeah.
All right.
So that's 3 reasons. That's why I got my number 1 spot.
Cool. Moving on.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
job.
You're not gonna bash me like you did with
No.
Pirates.
No. This is actually a sound choice. This is the best choice you've made
And I was
since
like,
Pirates.
Disney never make mistakes. Wait a minute.
All right, moving on to the third number 4 spot. It's a movie where only Dell and Nikkei had this on their list.
That's 2/5.
Huh? Sorry?
It's 2/5.
2/5. Yeah, 2/5 out of, so that's 40%. They had this on their list. Dell had it as his number 3. Nikkei had it as her number 4. It's Black Panther. Yeah.
No one else is excited?
I don't know. This
Wow.
The music threw me off.
Really? I thought the music suited the
This
trailer.
man his shield. What?
Give this man his shield.
Yeah.
No, that's not from
That's
from Infinity War.
Yeah.
But it was him.
Yeah, it was him.
It was good.
Well done, DB. You didn't mistake him for another black person.
Correct.
And this movie is tracking better with ticket sales
Yeah.
than Captain America
Ticket
Civil
sales
War.
have been through the roof, and they're actually, doing better than Captain America Civil War.
Not that it means the movie will be better, but
Yeah.
People
I
are
think
more
People are more
excited.
hyped for it.
because
Yeah.
it's the first all black cast.
There was one non-black guy I saw.
Yeah, there's
yeah.
one. Claw.
I think I know why I didn't put this in my list because I only had 1 spot for a Marvel movie.
And
you put Infinity-
saved
yeah, okay.
one
Yeah.
spot for Marvel.
Yeah.
Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Black Panther. It's just that, I don't know what to expect, and I don't know whether I'm excited or whether I'm a bit hesitant, because this is like a new direction for this universe a little bit.
Really?
Yeah?
The trailer
What
looks
way?
good, and
trailer looks good,
my
yeah.
my okay. So in what you thought why I had Aquaman,
Yeah.
but this reason was valid for Black Panther because of Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's my time. Okay.
No, but then this movie also all the best Marvel movies, the trailer doesn't show you much.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about the plot from the trailers, and it's a good sign that you don't know from the trailer. So this movie is gonna be good
good
as well.
It's a good sign that Marvel knows how to make trailers.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the last number 4 spot on our top 10, but actually there are 15 movies and only 8 places list. It's a movie that only Tibi and myself had on this list, on our lists. Tibi had it as his number 3. I had it as my number 4. It's Pacific Rim Uprising. Jaeger.
This is the best thing apart from Power Rangers.
Because it's robots.
Yeah.
Giant robots.
Yeah, robot. That's all I have to say.
That's all.
That's all I have to say. Giant
Okay.
robots.
Yeah,
I don't-
I'm with Tibi on this. I mean,
Robots.
robots and
Did you
monsters.
not see the trailer?
I saw
Yeah.
I don't get why it needs 2 people to run the whole robot.
Because brains have 2 sides.
But they're
them
both
right.
doing the exact same thing.
But it's overloading one person's brain. You have to split the load, and you have to drift.
Power supply by like 500 PSU. You need 1000.
why
sometime.
not just that?
I mean,
doesn't
look,
make sense.
Zainal,
you-
Zainal studied electrical engineering, so he should know this.
Yeah, like you need two hands.
No, just you
to
make
change
the
a light
story
bulb.
like that. If you say that the robot, if you say one person can run a robot, then that's the reality of the universe.
Then,
Yeah, but where's the drama then?
yeah, then there's no partner like co-pilot. This and that.
How is TB gonna find a wife?
Exactly. I don't know how that makes sense.
Doesn't make
but-
sense at all.
They have to drift. Yeah. All right. Moving on to the number 3 spot. Number 3 spot. There's only one number 3.
Yes.
Okay. The top 3 are 3 separate movies.
All right.
All right.
Finally.
All right.
Oh,
So
God.
at number 3, Nikkei had this at her number 5. I had this at my number 2, and so did Zainal. It's Ready Player One.
It almost made it in my list.
Yes,
I'm excited for this movie. The
very
trailer,
excited.
The
Yeah.
Comic-Con teaser reel was awesome. The first trailer that came out a couple of weeks ago is awesome.
The book is awesome.
I'm an 80s kid. I grew up in the 80s. You can see in this regular room, I have so many things that are in that trailer.
What do you mean
that's
regular?
From the 90s.
What's regular about this room?
Joker,
yeah.
Back to the Future.
There's a giant screen behind
Lots
you.
of Iron Man and Captain America.
They're not in red.
For some odd
Ready Player
reason,
One.
I
Silent Bob, and that's like 90s.
There are two DeLorean, Lego DeLorean. And we all know why there are two.
there's Jack Sparrow. He's not from the 80s.
It's
Right.
from Pirates. of
Anyway,
the
Ready
Caribbean.
Player One.
It's number 3.
I'm excited for this movie. Yeah.
For some odd reason, because I love the book, I might not like the movie.
Okay, that's true.
It's coming out end of March, so we don't have that long to go.
Plus, you are.
End of
you-
March.
It's
we can
your.
watch it in Jakarta.
end of March.
Yeah.
You guys are going when?
You guys are going-
February.
You guys are going
What do you
February.
February, end of February.
We know your travel plans better than you.
I could go again.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're moving on to the number 2 spot, and it's a movie that only Nikkei and myself had on our lists. Both of us put it as our number 1s. It's Incredibles 2.
Oh.
Why is
Okay.
it not number 1?
Yeah.
I didn't really love
It didn't come up in the list.
Incredibles.
Wow, I
You
didn't.
didn't love
Yeah.
Incredibles?
I waited 14 years for
Yeah.
the sequel.
I'm a
It's been
huge-
14 years. 14 years
Yeah.
ago.
14
2003
years.
or 4, yeah.
04.
I'm a huge fan of it. For a while I was called Mr. Incredible,
Oh yeah.
due to my size.
Because of. Oh yeah,
and I had a costume.
that's it.
You had.
No.
That's how how you remind me of him now.
No,
That's why I
no.
like you as a person.
So, if they're gonna make a live action of Incredibles, we know the hashtag.
Hashtag
Yeah,
Kev.
I'm gonna tweet this.
Kevin for Incredible.
All right.
Incredible.
They only released a trailer, and it's Jack, and he's
It's a teaser.
yeah, he's got all these powers. His eyes have
Yeah.
lasers and this, and he bursts into flame and he becomes heavy, which is what we saw at the end of the first movie. And I just want to see where this goes because apparently
Exactly.
it picks up right where the
Yeah.
last movie leaves us, which is at the end of it, and the Underminer comes up.
I should watch it then.
Yeah,
I should watch the
14
original
years?
one.
you have not watched.
I mean,
Fantastic.
I think I have. I don't remember.
I have it here. We can watch it
Okay.
if
Yes,
you have the
let's-
time. All right, Incredibles 2. That's at number 2. And at number 1, it's no surprise.
No surprise.
No surprise at all. Dell had it as his number 1. TB had it as number 2. Nikkei and myself had it at number 3. And Zainal had it as his number 5. It's the big daddy of 2018. There's no surprise here. We expect this to do very, 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 very well for Marvel and Disney. It's Avengers Infinity War.
Yes.
You guys are celebrating less for this.
Because it's obvious. It's
So
obvious.
obvious.
Less for this than Venom.
Alright, let's do this again.
Yeah.
Okay. One more time, Kev.
All right.
Tell me which
No
movie is
surprise.
it?
No surprise. Number 1 on our list, the Wayang Crew 2018 most anticipated top 10, which is actually 15 movies, but there are only 8 places. Number 1, Infinity War.
Oh my god!
Oh my! Oh!
I didn't know.
Didn't see that coming.
Mind blown.
I
Did
didn't know.
not see that coming.
I I was looking at
what?
the list, but I didn't believe it.
You guys had it on your list too?
Palpiting.
Such a nail biter.
Oh my
There you go. So yeah,
I thought that trailer just spoke to me.
It spoke to you, spoke to me.
I spoke to all of us.
all right. Avengers: Infinity War, which is there's no contest here. It is gonna be the biggest movie of 2018.
If,
I'm
if it's
anticipating
good,
some death.
Solo's gonna be better. What?
He's still hanging on to it. So that's our list of the top 10 movies of 2018, which is actually 15, and then we have a weighted system, so there's 8 places. Number 1, Avengers: Infinity War. No surprise there. Now, if you want to tell us what your highly anticipated movies of 2018 are, do get in touch with us here on the show via our Gmail account, which is the Wayang Crew at gmail.com, or Facebook, or Instagram, or Twitter. Yeah, also the Wayang Crew. All right. So now we're gonna move on to the next bit of the show, which is
Oi, apa liat-liat? Apa liat-liat? Hoi, 看什么看？ apa liat-liat?
那看什么看？
apa liat-liat? 是我是小了。
Yep, that's right. It's called Apa Liat Liat, and we've had a long break, so I expect you guys to have some Apa Liat Liat.
I have.
Aha, you have. Let's
So
start off.
much Liat Liat.
Let's start off with Del first.
I saw a lot of movies.
Really?
Yeah. But I'll pace them out
Okay.
from the next
Episode.
few episodes.
So it doesn't have to.
All right, just give us one.
So you want one? Okay, one. I'll start with Wind River.
Wind River.
Wind River has become one of my. It's currently sitting at number 2 of my top 10 2017
okay.
movies.
That's Jeremy Renner,
Yeah, it's Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch and The Punisher.
and they're in the snow.
Yeah, it's shot so beautifully by this writer director. He wrote for Hell or High Water as well as Sicario and the upcoming Soldado, and
the second the sequel for
Second
Sicario,
Sicario, yeah,
which looks really good, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a great writer, and now he has proven that he is also a capable director. The way he shot the landscape, the snow, the vastness of it all, and the nothingness of it all, you can really feel it, and you could feel that you could die out there as well, because the movie is about a girl dying out in the snow.
Do you need to watch it in the aircon room or? I'm sorry.
I have no response.
You're getting a bit
No
serious.
response for that. But yeah, Wind River, watch it if you can. It's great.
Okay. Let's move on to TB. Apa liat liat?
I finally watched The Great Wall.
Why did you bother with that movie?
Which I think is a great movie if you want to laugh.
That's true.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know. I've always wanted to watch it. I've always been amazed with Chinese history, mythical stuff. So this was like, I have never watched it. No one wanted to watch it.
There's a reason for that.
And in the end, none of those
Then now I know the reason why people didn't watch it.
yeah,
So-
because you don't even get the culture or the mystical creatures.
No, I don't think this was actually, happening back then.
It wasn't.
I mean, I understand about the monsters, but the way they fight, like all the machines, it's like,
mean-
okay, no.
Matt Damon is the original Hawkeye.
Yeah.
in that movie.
I don't think it was an accurate depiction of history.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's why you didn't like the movie.
And the other movie that I finally watched was Big Hero 6.
Ah.
Oh.
Finally?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good one.
I think I know why. I know why.
Yeah.
Because we were sitting somewhere and
McDonald's.
it was showing on
McDonald's.
TV.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
watched Big Hero 6.
Never watched Big
I
Hero
it.
6? Okay. All right.
Oh.
Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Yep. We're going to move on to Zainal. Apa liat liat?
I watched a lot of things. I binged so much.
Oh, wow. This is going to take a while.
On
We don't have
Netflix.
that much time.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna cover one.
All right.
Black Mirror.
Ah, okay. Which is what you mentioned earlier on in the show.
Okay,
that
I'll
you,
mention another one.
you and your family binged it. They're on season 4 at the moment.
I think season 4 came out maybe 27th of December, and then
towards the end of last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then me and my sister, we watched it from around 10 o'clock at night on New Year's Eve, and then we finish 3 o'clock in the morning the next day.
So the next year.
Yeah.
All right.
So it took us a year.
You know, it's only 5. It was only 5 hours. You know that, right?
It took us a year to
All right.
watch Black Mirror. It's brilliant.
Highly recommended.
Highly.
I think
Yeah,
I might.
that's it, yeah.
I might.
If you guys
catch it.
haven't started Black Mirror at all,
No, we haven't.
I have
I
the
tried-
British one.
Yeah.
Not the Netflix American
Okay, so
version.
you're caught up until season 3.
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Watch it, guys.
Okay.
There are 2 versions, British and
No.
No.
The latest
It
season.
starts
the one
off
in
as a
Netflix.
British series,
Yep.
and then in the latest season 3 and 4, it's
Yeah, Netflix took over.
Netflix picked it up, and
okay.
yeah.
And they make it bigger as well.
All right, we're
How
gonna
about
move
you?
on to our guest, Nikkei. What have you been watching up lately?
The Greatest Showman.
I have not
Yeah.
watched
Yeah,
that.
I watched
You have not watched
I have not watched it.
I watched that.
This
Wait, what?
No,
It's awesome.
I know.
is so good.
I watched it when
Is
he
Zac
was
Efron?
not available. That's not why it's awesome.
It's
The
Zendaya.
guy from Baywatch.
No, the guy from High School Musical is Troy Bolton.
Also Baywatch.
Troy Bolton was not.
Surprises me every day.
I've never watched a single episode of High School Musical.
It's not an
Yeah.
episode. It's 3 movies.
Yeah, it's a musical
I've never
movie.
watched.
So TB, don't worry, we believe you.
Okay, I didn't even know it was a movie.
All right, The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, like,
it's Hugh Jackman
Hugh
and
Jackman.
and a host of other. It's a passion project for Hugh Jackman. He's
like
been wanting to make this for the last
7.5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's been
Oh.
trying to make this movie.
It's a good
about P.T. Barnum. I know enough about the movie, and I know the responses that have come out, you know, from reviewers online and whatnot,
The
and,
soundtrack is
and friends who
amazing.
watch it like yourselves. But I just haven't had the time.
It's not an
Really?
accurate depiction of P.T. Burnham's life.
It's
Based on.
Based on.
Based on.
All right. Moving on to me, finally. If I had to pick one movie which I think is worth mentioning on Upper Liat, it's
The Room.
The Disaster Artist. And I've watched half of The Room because of The Disaster Artist. If you don't know what it is, it's a movie about the making of what is labeled as the worst movie in history called
worst.
The Room. And this movie is the story of how that movie came about. So yeah, that's
The best worst movie.
the best worst movie ever. It's about this guy named Tommy Wiseau who somehow self-financed the movie and put it out there because he believed that he could make his own fame, I guess, and become famous.
And he's done so.
And he's done so. Maybe not in the way he planned, but you know, it's still there. So if you can catch it, which I don't think you can in Brunei, watch The Disaster Artist.
Oh, it's not coming out?
No,
I don't think so.
yeah.
I don't think so.
There's-
I don't. You know, I've checked with.
Certain scenes?
There's not much of a following here, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
I checked with the cinema. They're not bringing.
Like
it
in terms
in.
of the market, you know.
If they had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, they'd probably air it.
Oh, The Rock.
They have The Rock
Yeah.
The Rock,
of
yeah.
Zac Efron.
True. All right.
I mean, they aired Killing Gunther because Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a Netflix movie. But anyway,
my God.
if you do want to catch any of these movies, especially movies like The Greatest Showman, which is still showing, where should they watch it?
Time Cineplex.
Yeah,
Time Cineplex.
because it's like the greatest place to watch movies here in Brunei.
Yep.
Yeah, so check them out. They sponsor the show, and we've got some giveaways that they sponsor. I think we still have the Star Wars giveaway, which
Yeah.
no one has won.
Anyone comments on anything.
Anyone comments on anything, we'll give
At
it to
this
you.
point, we'll take anything.
So sad.
All right, so that's gonna be it for us here, the Wayang Crew, on the first episode of 2018. Happy New Year, and we hope it's gonna be a great year for movies. 2017 was a good year. Let's hope 2018 is a better year. For me and my co-host and my guest this week, we're signing off. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.